All right, everyone, here are our last few problems. Here are 34 through 37. And so I'm going to zoom into each of these problems because some of these have pictures and then some of them do not. So if in doubt, you're always going to draw it out. Number 34 describes an equilateral triangle that has a height of 26 centimeters. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to draw that picture. An equilateral triangle, of course, has three congruent sides. So I'm going to note that, 1, 2, 3, and then there are three 60-degree angles by definition. And it says it has a height that is also sometimes called the altitude that breaks it into 30 degrees here and 30 degrees here. That bisects that 60. It has a height of 26 centimeters. 26 is going to be that piece. So of course this turns into a 30, 60, 90 triangle. I'm going to color code that. This is two congruent 30, 60, 90 triangles. And so I can use my 30, 60, 90 rules. So my height is going to be my long leg. So let's label that. My height is my long leg. This piece is going to be my short leg. And then this piece is going to be my hypotenuse. What is the length of each side of the triangle in simplest radical form? So that I'm looking for my hypotenuse. That's going to give me the side length of the triangle. And then this is my short leg. So if my long leg is 26, how do I go from that long leg, 26, to the short leg? I'm going to divide by root 3. So I'm going to do that work over here. 26 divided by root 3. I cannot leave that radical in the denominator. I have to rationalize it. So I multiply by root 3 over root 3. I'm going to do that real fast. So then that becomes 26 root 3 over root 9, which of course is just 3. 26 over 3 does not simplify, so that is not a very pretty short leg, but there it is. So what is my short leg? My short leg is going to be 26 root 3 over 3. So how do I go to my hypotenuse? I'm going to multiply by 2. So I'm going to take 26 root 3 over 3, 26 root 26 root 3 over 3, and I'm going to multiply that by 2. If you need a quick reminder on those rules for multiplying, you can put that over 1 if you need to. This is going to be 26 times 2. 26 times 2 is going to give me 56. That's 56 root 3 over 1, or over 3 times 1. So that does not simplify. 56 over 3 does not simplify. So my final answer for my side length, also known as my hypotenuse, is going to be 56 root 3 over 3 is my hypotenuse. 56 root 3 over 3. So not very pretty. But that is using all of the radical rules we have so far. All right, now it says a square. Do you see a square? You don't see a square. So if in doubt, draw it out, friends. Here is a square, rough sketch. What makes it a square? 4 right angles. Oh, y'all. That is a real rough sketch. Let's try again. Hold up. I'm a geometry teacher. I got to be able to do better square than that. Still not great, but better than the last one. It's fine. It is what it is. Okay, so here's my square. All 4 sides are the same, and it has a perimeter. Perimeter means all the way around the outside. I wouldn't be me if I didn't say bring it around town. So perimeter of 24. That means it's all the way around is 24. What is the length of the diagonal? I'm going to draw in a diagonal of the shape. That's what we're looking for. Well, remember that whenever you draw in the diagonal of a square, that creates 2 congruent 45, 45, 90 triangles. And so I need to find a side length before I can find that diagonal using those rules. So what am I going to do? I'm going to take 24. I'm going to do, well, 24 divided by those 4 sides is going to give me side lengths of 6 in this square. And so if the side lengths are 6 in this 45, 45, 90 triangle, the legs are 6. So how do I get to the hypotenuse? I'm going to multiply times the square root of 2. So my diagonal is going to be 6 root 2. So my final answer is 6 root 2 for my diagonal. Okay. All right, this one does have a picture, and this one has an interesting picture. It has a 30, 60, 90 triangle. That's this one. So I'm going to color code that. A 30, 60, 90 that is overlapping a 45, 45, 90 triangle. So if that's a 45, 45, 90 on the left, then both of those yellow legs are congruent. And then we have our hypotenuse over here. So which triangle do I have to start with? Well, I can't start with the 45, 45, 90. Why? Because I don't know any of the legs and I don't know the hypotenuse. But I do know the hypotenuse of the 30, 60, 90, it's 18. So if the hypotenuse of that is 18, HYP, that's our hype, how do I get to the short leg, which is this one right here, which is A? I'm going to divide by 2. 18 divided by 2 gives me 9 for A, which means that this is also 9. So A is 9. I'll do that in yellow. Then to get to my C value, that is going to be my long leg. I'm going to multiply 9 times the square root of 3. That is going to give me 9 root 3. 9 root 3 for my blue long leg. Blue long leg is 9 root 3. Okay. Last but not least, I want to find B, which is this one out here. How do I go from the 9 to that hypotenuse in a 45, 45, 90 triangle? I multiply by root 2 is my factor. So that becomes 9 root 2. It's getting bigger, so I multiply by 9 root 2. So 9 root 2 was my B value. All right, one last one. So on this problem, it looks like it has somehow gotten cut off. All my pictures just disappeared. That is wonderful. That's fine. I can draw it out if I need to. Let me see if I change. Sometimes if you just play around with it. Y'all, this is life right now. It's fine. It is what it is. Okay, so on number 37, y'all get my wonderful drawing skills. This is the last one, so I'm not refilming this. Here we go. There is a horrible rough picture of this one. Let's do that a little bit better. So we've got this triangle on this problem, and it has a 45-degree angle here. So this actually is kind of helping because it's making me think through this a little bit better, which makes this a 45-degree angle as well, and then this is 90. And that is overlapping a 30, 60, 90. How do I know that that's a 30, 60, 90 that it's overlapping? Because this says that this is 60 degrees. So I'm going to actually make that a little bit better of a picture. You know what? We'll go with it. This is 60. That's 30. Okay, so this is a 30, 60, 90. And the only information I have is that this hypotenuse is 18 root 2. And I'm looking for A, I'm looking for B, and I'm looking for C. So I'm looking for all of those values. So we want to find A and B and C. But unlike in the last problem we had to start in the 30, 60, 90. Now I'm given a piece of information in the 45, 45, 90. So these two legs are going to be congruent. So if that is 18 root 2, how do I go from the hypotenuse in a 45, 45, 90 to a leg? I'm going to divide by root 2. Divide by root 2. So I'm going to do 18 root 2 over root 2. Those root 2's cancel out, and both of these yellow legs are going to be 18. So this is 18, and then A is also going to be 18. So I'm going to write on top of that. Both of those legs are 18. Now, it's not a great picture, but this is going to be my short leg. How do I know that? No, that's my long leg, actually. This is my long leg in the 30, 60, 90. How do I know that? It's because it's across from the 60. My short leg is going to be B, and then my hypotenuse is going to be C. So I'm going to color code that for y'all, just so it matches what we did in class. My hypotenuse is C. I'm looking for that one. And then I'm also looking for B, which is my short leg. So let's color code. Those are both blue, and then this one's going to be yellow. There's my short leg. So how do I go from my long leg to my short leg? I'm going to divide that by the square root of 3. When I do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to rationalize that denominator. So I'm going to multiply by root 3 over root 3. That becomes 18 root 3 over root 9. Root 9 is just 3 wholes. So that becomes 18 root 3 over 3. The 18 over 3 simplifies to 6 root 3. So what is my short leg? My short leg is going to be 6 root 3. So I'm going to write that in there. 6 root 3 is B. 6 root 3 is B. All right, last step. How do I go from that 6 root 3, which is the short leg, to the hypotenuse? So I'm getting bigger, and I'm going to take that 6 root 3, and I'm going to multiply it by 2. What do I get when I do that? 12 root 3. 12 root 3. All right, so that is the very end of our video. I don't know where everything went, so here we are, but look how it kind of looks cool. So let me know if you have any questions. You can email me. I'll be at the conference this week, but feel free to email me. I'll have my iPad with me, and I'll have my computer so I can respond. I'll be checking in on y'all, and I hope you're having a wonderful day if you're watching this. Thank you for making it to the end. Thank you for dealing with my cough, and thank you for dealing with my tech issues. I hope you have a wonderful day.